opportunity to be able to see you guys, and had to make sure I add that in first and foremost, but I missed it. But you know what I meant it. And basically, what it was is that I joined a couple of clubs last night while I was like in the middle of the night waking up. I joined some Facebook studio clubs, and we was all enamored on each other's studio, no matter how small, how big, how intricate. Somebody always saw something they did, like, "Oh snap, you still got that? Oh, you still got that?" So I decided today, I was doing it on my phone, but I ran out of gas. I don't know why I did that. I should have did it right here on YouTube on my channel, okay? So let's go through it real quick. I'm explain how my studio works as quick as I can. I'm not going to like explain all the hookups. By the way, I'm wearing that Sturkis because I'm also still a fragrance connoisseur, model, actor, rapper, musician, all that stuff, producer, Grammys. Holla at your boy, but no Grammy plaques, just Grammy invitations. Bars. Oh, and there's my Grammy hat. All right, anyway, so basically, that's my vocal booth, and it's been minimized. Back in the day, I had like about 20 mics. Most of them are blue mics, but I kind of minimized them because all I need is good singers. I can have all the best mics in the world. Albums all the time. How many albums go hit? Exactly. No matter how mics they use. It still depends on the song. No matter how good mic you have, it's not a good song like a song. So good to have this stuff there, but doesn't mean anything at all. This is my secondary rack here. You see rack 1 and 2 are over there. And then this is the secondary rack here where I put like my kind of aux type stuff here. Even though most stuff over here is for the microphones. All right, so I might plug the mic into my Steinberg A16X. But more than likely, I use more of that for channel ADAT going into my mixer right there. But I can also use it for, if I'm just initially recording, I can record in the Pro Tools with it and call it a day. And then down below, we had the claret, past the patch bay. We got a claret down there. Right now, you see that's some 7B lighting that up here. Use the mic I usually talk on. Holla at your boy. And then we have the Phoenix Audio Nimbus, and this is for basses. Really good for bass guitars. So yeah, gotta have some bass guitars. This is also a cool piece. There's a simulator called Mooger, called the RaJuR. What's going on, Juju? And you plug guitars and basses in here too, and they simulate different basses and stuff like that. You can actually go online and plug it into your computer, and you can download some other what do they call them things? I forgot what they call it. There's a name for them. But anyway, that's what they call them. All right. So back down here, to my 8-channel Bob being right here. It used to be an 8-channel interface with light pipe, but I broke the light pipe out, so I brought it over here just to plug other stuff in, like my monopoly. And it's part of my mastering chain too, but bypassing anything that's inside. The fire wire to there and then out to my SSL2, which I'll be using to master. But when I'm not using this to master, I'll just use it for mics and basses and amps and stuff like that, especially with the 4K. And the reason I put it in my mastering chain because I want to be able to click in that 4K and get that kind of simulated solid state logic. So I put it in here to master through. So after I get the track out and I put it in, say, whatever mastering program I'm going to use, I'm going to use Logic because I got a good EQ in there. Or I might just use Ozone 9. Still got Ozone 9, not 10. And I can master through there too. Got a lot of EQs and stuff in there as well, right? All depends, but it'll all come out of there. And then once the song is in there, the CD, my master CD, after I make all the songs and I put them all on CD and they mix down, they're going to go on CD. And then I bring them out of the CD. I bring them into the computer, input them in. Now, I mean, keep that 44K resolution the way it should be so we can play everywhere we want to play on the internet and not be too loud and not be out of, out of spec or anything like that. So we burn 4416. We augment it and bring it right over here, 4416. And, of course, we won't be using the monopoly. Again, we'll be using either Logic or we might be even using Ozone to master. And then it'll come through here before it goes to the mastering chain. I'll explain the mastering chain soon. Also, we have down here is M Audio Tampa. This thing is very nice. It has a compressor and everything built in. Anytime somebody decides they want to buy this from me, I change my mind. You got a compressor in here. Plug guitars or microphones in there. As you can see, I already got it. One of the microphones are plugged in there. Those two mics back there, the red and what you call them, that's a Sputnik and a CV12, not modified for whatever that lady name who's supposed to be really famous. Mine is not modified, but they tube microphones, and then the Blue Baby bottle is not tube, it's transistor. Headphone amp, power supply running at 118 because we lit down here. Should be at 120, but it's at least providing 118 everything, and we're good to go. Keyboards, like I said, it's the keyboard rack over this side. I used to have a Moog over here. I used to have a Dave Smith piece. I got rid of those because I wanted to buy something else, like maybe clothes, probably gear from Saks and Neiman's, which cost thousands of dollars. Some of my gear costs more than these keyboards, but it is what it is. Hey, so here we have Micro Free. Holla at your boy. Here we have your analog DeepMind 6. All right, and then we have the Micron. These pads are here are crazy. Pads in this Micron are crazy. Not as good as the pads that are going to be in the Pigment software or the Wave State software. As you can see, I got Pigments and Wave State over here. I wasn't sure the Pigment's going to work, but yeah, they end up working out pretty good. All right, now back over here. We have our other mono poly again. That's Holla at your boy. And that's on MIDI channel 13. I have my pad here to play it. Or for my keyboard. Again, everything runs through the MIDI timepiece. Period. MIDI timepiece runs just about every instrument down here. And this joint better stop clicking. Put on here so I can see it clicking. You just want to click. All right. In fact, let me just turn it. Am I using? Oh yeah, I use that for a click for my count in. And so I'll pull it out and put it back in when I do a song tonight. All right, anyway. So basically over here we have, for more sounds, we got an old Logic Pro, get sounds out of there. And of course, this is how I change all my stuff. Digital Performer is how I change everything within, well, change the sounds. And then the other piece is what handles the routing to the MIDI timepiece. Yep. Man, you still using that? Yep. Yeah. And I get the job done. And have all my stuff in a box. Computer go down, I can still make tracks. Like I said, and that's the whole thing about this being a hybrid studio. I'm not going to have one computer sitting up here trying to run everything, maybe two as a backup, and then when that bad boy go down, I can't make any tracks. Not going to happen. Never will happen. Never did. Ever since I had my biggest studios to now my kind of mint studio, minimalist studio. Here we have WDAW by RaJuR, Panasonic. And at the time back then, these bad boys ran like 10 grand. I got two of them. This when the screen went out, I should have replaced it a long time ago. I never did, but I can still see it if I turn that light on and adjust the contrast. In fact, the screws are still out of this bad boy because I was supposed to replace the backlight, never got around to it. But this is my Mark II, and this is a regular Mark I. I'll tell you a quick story about these bays here. These meters used to cost $900 to just put on to the board. And you do need them because they do just as much controlling down here. Like I can flip the faders. Well, so can these. Or maybe they can't. Let's see. They're supposed to be able to flip the faders too. I'm not sure whether I got them hooked up via MIDI, but they move just like these do. Whatever happens down here pretty much happens up there. Just the cascade always stays on, let you know they linked. All right. So yeah, I'm running 32 channels analog and 32 channels light pipe with a total of 64 channels. And I'm not even using a computer. Not using a computer. 64 channels, light pipe and analog. Going through very good mic pre's even now. Even now. They're better than some of the mic pre's that people are spending thousands of dollars for. Because Panasonic Rams it back in the day used to be the shot. I used to have an 8-channel Rams interface as well too, but I saw I should have kept that bad boy. I should have kept it, but I didn't. My speakers are very minimalist. I'm using JBLs. I've had those for about 20 years. They are my NS10s. Those are my NS. Whoa, that was weird. Those are my NS10s right there. Holla at your boy. These bad boys, these JBLs, my NS10s, and these audio electric joints. Audio engineer, I got them just to hear what a mix sound like jacked up. So I can see what it sound like in somebody's bedroom. You got to get those. People spend all this money. I mean, focals are good. They kind of emulate that, but they're just too clean. Genelex, too clean for 3 inches. Nah, man, them Jones gonna really tell me what's popping. I'm not sure if I can play. Let's see if I can play a song off one of my albums and run it through the system. Let's see. That'll be lucky. Okay. So one of my albums right there. So those 2 speakers and my subwoofer right there. All right, my big boy sub. Now I come off there, and those are just the top speakers, so I can hear what these sound like. And if without the subwoofer, I don't want the subwoofer involved. Just let the audio. And once I hear that sound, I can go back to the big boys with the sub over there in the corner. All right, and that's from one of my albums. That's from my Experiences album. Yeah, I got albums out. Unlike some of these people, they I don't mind working with other artists, but I put my own music out. I work with other artists, by the way, as well. I can show you some pictures, but I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, it's all about my 10 albums that I have out now. That I did all by myself, played all the instruments. I feel more confident. I don't need any gold records, no Grammy nominations, even though I'm a Grammy member. All right, I take a Grammy nomination. But I don't need all this. I don't need stuff getting over the internet, 30 million plays, all this stuff. Now, it mean nothing to me. It mean nothing to me. But most of them people not really creating anything. They're just dragging, dropping samples and all that stuff. It's lazy. We don't do lazy down here. We put that work in. And if y'all look at any of my videos from back in the day, me down here making my song from scratch, starting from the MPC 2000 XL, whether I use some sounds or whether I use my sounds out of here, I can make a song from scratch. Do the whole dip, because that's how I get down. Here we have my controller for Pro Tools that work kind of half decent, but sometimes it don't act right. But it's supposed to, but it's not. Here's my Personas monitor station, where I can bring a lot of stuff in here. I bring my turntables in here. If you want to plug something in here, I can plug something in there. I can plug in from my computer in there. Everything is in the monitor station. Speaking of which, when I'm working by myself, which I do a lot, I have this bad boy right here. It's my Frontier Designs joint. And that Frontier Designs controls my Pro Tools while I'm back here chilling. So if I'm making a track and I'm singing and everything and I got vocals, the Frontier come, my TV is on, Pro Tools on the TV, and that's how we popping off back here. All right? Holla at your boy. I've always had dual monitors. I used to have a monitor that's out in the studio so I can see the people in the back because the room was cut off, which is kind of like when I did the thing with LL Cool J and Boys and Men, like the freaking studio was like on the second floor and the freaking vocal booth was downstairs on the first floor. You ever pour maple syrup on a woman's butt and they're like a small stars? That's hilarious, but yes. Anyway, yeah. So, yes, I always had a monitor in the studio, so I do solo. I can record myself, do all my movements and everything, cut my vocals, and sitting right there or sitting in that chair, right back in my lab. It's always been like that with every studio I had. Well, except for when I had my mini mansion, I had enough space that I didn't have to do that. I just put up a wall, or like this thing that like a divider. You know what's really crazy about that though? When I'm with the Boys and Men studio with the LL Cool J joint way back in the day, all they had was a divider. It was like that base where they were. It was like big. All they had was a divider there. I can show you a picture of it. How they cut how they cut their vocals. I think LL vocals are already done, right? I just pulled this book out. Like, this is my book of fame. It's really not. But I like to use this as a reference. Because people think I lied when I was part of the LL Cool J Boys and Men. Us to You unauthorized book that somebody wasn't supposed to be doing. They was taking pictures. But I'll show you guys when we're in the studio. Because I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie, Craig. I ain't got to lie, Craig. So there's them touring on the bus. I've showed you before. This is where they cut the vocals at. Now they had the Sony joint, they had the Sony 800G. But look at this. This is how they cut. They put up 2 big giant wall screens. And that's where they was going on there cutting the background. They was cutting, hey love, it was more than a touch. Yep, there it is, proof. And there's LL right there who said, man, He's like, my name is LL. I'm like, bro, I know who you are. But when he came into the studio, there's Ray back over there, my man Crazy Ray on the boards. I forgot his name. Of course, there's Sean, and of course, that's what's called again. There's my man Eric in the back. Eric's the one that called me up there because he needs me for some technical advice. They needed me to connect these machines of their producer. Their producer had these MPC 60s, but they wanted to run it from the S1100s. So I was up there to make them bad boys work together. And there I am in the background, my bald head. There I am with Boys and Men, my man Eric playing guitar, showing him the chords to play on LL Cool J song. So I don't need to show y'all no more. I don't play them games. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not about these mumble rappers out here trying to get famous off mumble rap songs. Nah, I'm a real musician who play real instruments and I play them all. Holla at your boy. All right, so now we have, and those are instrumentals from my Experience album. And like I said, I can take all those, I can master those right now because those are instrumentals. And I can put them on the, I need to learn all them songs when I do my shows. Here we have old school Tascam 302. I need a mini disc too, because I got a lot of songs on mini disc, but I pulled this out the closet. I forgot I had this. I got old songs from like 1990 on that cassette right there. I don't have it plugged in to play. Well, I don't have it patched in, but yeah, got some old songs on that joint. Old joints. Still got my master link. Like I said, here we got our effects. So my effects basically run into the mixer. So the in is 1, 2, and 3. One is digital, which is the top one, which is my lexicon, and the other lexicon is basically analog. The XL, that's a TC Electronic, and the SRV is here in the patch bay, and so is the Miniverb 2 and 4 here in the patch bay as well. Everything else is in the patch bay. My compeller down there, my Aphex compeller. I think I got some other stuff down there is in the patch bay. I got a compressor, old 3630. I got another Behringer compressor, 4-channel compressor down there, just in case. That's another, that's a Personas Digimax. That's another A to D joint. That covers 8 channels. So we got 8 channels here. We got 8 channels from the 24-8. We got 8 channels, 24-8. We got 8 channels from the Steinberg here. And where's the other 8 channels coming from? Oh, and the other 8 channels are coming, which is part of the mixing process, is coming from my 8IO. There's 8 channels also. And then, of course, we always got to have a clock. A lot of you guys don't even have clocks in your studios, but you really don't know what you're doing. You just got a whole bunch of computer stuff. You know how to clock your stuff with a master clock. Make sure everything stays on point and gets corrected. All that don't work, it got to go. Planet Fat, you never heard of it. You're too young. You don't know anything about it. 50/50, still use that. Holla at your boy. I have my 500 series mastering chain, which is these two here. I do my mastering through my SP4001 Czar. I had to remember his name, and I saw his face the other day. Czar got me to buy this. CZAR. That dude got me to buy this. And I had an EQ. I did Elysia EQ. But I decided to try this envelope, so I ended up grabbing that. My need box. I had 2 boxes. I sold most of it. I have a Lindell here, Pultec type EQ, if you know how that works. And now I got a ribbon mic joint where my main mic's going to that. Low frequency, high frequency, cut, whatever. You put ribbon mics in there too, it won't harm them. Here we have 2 channels of some Midas Touch. Behringer took them over, but yeah, some Midas EQs right there, parametric. You can slice and dice with them bad boys. So I might run something through there if I really need to slice and dice a vocal or something like that. The 2004, 2004, I mastered everything. Everything goes through here, gets mastered through the 204. And this thing, it's worth more now than it was when I paid for it. Nothing like an Aphex piece, man. I've always been Aphex, but when I bought this, I like the big bottom, because it used to be a separate big bottom. Then you had all exciter. They put both of these in one joint. Man, I could not do any mixing without them. Could not do any mixing without this Aphex 2004. Again, back to the MIDI timepiece, and then we have a Proteus 2000 there. My man hooked me up with that Criz. Got like 500 cards in it. So if you old school people still know about it. We ain't talking about the young bucks. Let them young bucks do what they got to do. They don't compose. They just pick samples out. We compose. You got the X lead in there, the world card, the fat card. This joint is loaded. They got 4 cards in there. Let's see. X-Lead, World, Fat. X-Lead, World, and Fat is in here. Well, I don't need the. I got the Fat down here. I was going to sell the Planet Fat, but I was like, nope. Even though I got the card up here, I'm not getting rid of it. So those are my sounds down there. The Proteus 2000 X5050. And then we got the Planet Fat. And then we come up here. And we got another, up here. Proteus. Holla at your boy. Then we got some sounds from the old Yamaha. They only use that basically for one main sound. And that's the Vintage 74. That's my favorite sound out there. That's what it's going to do. The Vintage 74 out there. It used to be, I used to have 6 MIDI channels running out there. Now it's down to 2 because I got all these plug-in dips now. Holla at your boy. All right. Now, of course, y'all guys know about this piece, the Akai. We just bada bing, bada boom. Let me turn it up a little bit so you can hear he was popping. I got the thing on 9. Got the thing on 9 pop off. So what I had was I got so tired of loading samples up in here, and I got this stuff is scuzzy. And believe it or not, I still got scuzzy drives over here. I got SideQuest drives. I got here's some more drives. These joints are old as crap, but they scuzzy. So I'm still running scuzzy. I think there's something else over here that's scuzzy. But I got sounds in there. I can load up some sounds to this, but I just got lazy because now I know how to use this. And say, for instance, I can load this up. This is my favorite set, the JD 91. There's so many sets in here. I haven't even gone through all these expansion sets because I don't need much to make a song. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be sound like everybody else anyway. So, yeah. Okay. Holla at your boy. And then I want to control that from the MPC. Of course, I want to control for the keyboard. All right. So everything is there. And then we have, of course, the KO2. So when it comes to beats getting made down here, and that's on MIDI channel 15. You know what I mean? So that's everything is controlled by MIDI down here. And again, over here with the mono poly, that's channel 13. Oh, wait a second now. Hold on. That drum was working. I knocked some out of play. There you go. I'm not sure why I'm not picking up over here. Hope I ain't knocked the cable out or something. I don't know. Anyway, I was saying earlier. Controlling from over here because it's MIDI channel 13. I don't think I changed it. All right, so MIDI channel 14 is where all the new stuff comes from. Oh, yeah, it's my guitar amp down there. It's have nice guitar amps, too. I had like Mesa Boogie amps and all that stuff. I got rid of all that stuff, man. Yeah, Jasmine amps. All kinds of amps, man. All right. But couldn't carry all this stuff up here. I ain't gonna put no stuff in storage, just sell it. You know what I mean? Now here, that's the pigments. I just come in, I change the sounds, or you just go to the library. It's easy to go to the library, and then you just pick like, you go explore, so you go to sound bank, and you got your different pigments up here. So I click on pigment 3.5, and you got some sounds in there. Noise pad. And again, the reason I got these plugins because I like to do landscape type music. I want to get into more like doing sleepy music because every time I go to bed at night, just about I always have either some wordplay going on, you know what I mean? Bada bing, bada boom, or something like that. Or I'm just listening to some music while I go to sleep. So I'm going to start making some sleepy music. So I said, I'm going to start making some sleepy music. I need some sleepy music sound joints. You know, and there's some. That's the wave state. Now, one time, last night, I stayed here all night. I mean, I was kind of free. I had a little something to drink. And I had everything running into Logic. That way I can control the volume without having to worry about going back and forth with these. But, you know, I'm just going to go back and forth with these and control the volume. Because, I mean, it's not like it's going to go down if I have to make an adjustment. So, again, that's the wave state. And then on channel 14 is where we have the Holla at Your Boy. All right. So that's the pigments by Arturia. Now, over here, if we want to do, I got a whole nother system for when I want to go over here and use old Logic stuff. And let's see. I accidentally pulled the joint out the other day by accident, so it's not even reacting today. I'm not, because I got to get back here. Because every time I'm going to put this down for a second. Every time I rectify one problem, I end up getting into another situation. Don't it happen to you? Just got finished working on something else. Okay, I got that. Bada bing. And then all of a sudden, bam, something else stopped working. That is in. Now I need to go out. Duh. No wonder. Where's that in? Let's see. No, it says in. Right. In and then out. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure this out real quick. But I'm not getting any signal. So there's something going on. I might try to fix that today. I got so pooped back here. It's only 7 o'clock. That really don't even feel like trying to make up any songs, because that means I would have to definitely chilling. Me back here in this lab, baby, showing off the lab on YouTube. Hollering at your boy. C-Money's in the house. Oh, there you go. It just wasn't picking up main channel 2 for some reason, which it should be. But anyway, so these are sounds from Logic. And I have like 4 channels set up for Logic. Yeah, I got about 3 or 4 channels set up for Logic. So just having more sounds. More sounds, the better. That's how it works. And sometimes I'll put something in there so I can let it play. So I can troubleshoot these. I only have 1 channel coming in. So I got to get over here. And there we go. Had to touch a wire. Yeah, so I come over here and pick some sounds from Logic. That's called curve there. What is this right here? Atmosphere air. So basically that's it. So that's my whole setup from my Pigment and Wave State on my laptop to Logic 8 sounds, to sounds coming from the actual analog modules that I have down there. Of course, the Akai 2000 XL, the MPC-1. Just added that, say, not too long ago, the KO. Holla at your boy. And this piano used to sit out in the living room. And there used to be my controller over there. But one night I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and moved this back over there, rewired it. And then I put the over here, and then I let my man Johnny Kroom come over here. I love these keys because they're not really heavy whatsoever. I'm like, well, I'm glad I put it back here, bro, because I wasn't. It was sitting out there in the living room just being cute. I decided to bring it back. So there you go. RocDaHouse Studios, RaJuR the Artist. Here we start our new album, and this is how we pop off. Saying everybody is starting off new albums there. My man, Ray Lamar, said he's starting off a new album. I don't know if Troy Trainer, the guy who got the plaques over there in his studio, gold record joints. I don't know if he's doing an album, but I know I'm ready to attempt to start an album. And this used to be like really just fallback back here, and there used to be white walls, and then I got rid of the white walls because I wanted to vibe back here. You know what I mean? I just wanted to vibe. I'm not turning on Pro Tools or anything like that. So this is just for me to come back here and just be chilling. Got the lights lit. Lights rolling, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Put up one of these. I just put this up there for now because I can't drill into the walls because this is not my place. I just live here. But in my other studio, I drilled up into there and we had what we call a cloud. This is my imitation cloud. This will be my cloud for now until they let me know whether I can drill up in there, and then I'll get me a wood cloud soundproofer. And that's it. A friend of mine gave me this guitar dip. Nice little orange thing. My theme is orange down here. Never know what time it is in different countries and on the boats, I guess. I don't know. Now, I've been looking for this doggone chain forever. And that's weird. I know I hung it somewhere. Well, now I know. Got some guitar chains up there. Got from my stepdaughter. Got me my stepdaughter gave me that too. Gave me that guitar, and then somebody brought this back from Jamaica for me. Real cool. So yeah, that's it. Here's my studio. Check it out. This weird albums are made on the RaJuR Cool album. Make sure you check me out. Ain't hard to find. Just type in RaJuR Cool, and you'll find all my albums. Oh, and again, these are my pictures from my school kids at most of them from Cheltenham Elementary School. They gave me pictures to hang up on the wall because they showed me love. It's just that the school's not showing me love right now, but it's cool. We be all right. All right? And that's it. I'm gonna back out. You're gonna leave the boys and men back here too. See y'all later. We gotta go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.